For years, we've treated the world's biggest tech and financial institutions like modern fortresses. We assume their massive wealth buys impenetrable security, absolute control over their ecosystems, and immunity from the rules that govern everyone else. But the events of a single 24-hour news cycle on Friday, July 17, 2026, exposed massive cracks in that armor across almost every major sector of the industry. We have to look at how a teenage hacker sitting in a hotel room, a disgruntled Apple executive, and European regulators all managed to breach these heavily guarded walled gardens at the exact same time. It turns out that immense scale and infinite wealth no longer guarantee absolute control. The modern corporate monopoly is showing serious systemic vulnerabilities. Apple is famous for its extreme corporate secrecy, usually handling disputes quietly behind closed doors. That makes their public $5 million lawsuit against OpenAI under the Defend Trade Secrets Act highly unusual. They are accusing Tang Tan, their chief hardware officer of 24 years, of actively encouraging departing employees to smuggle unreleased proprietary technology straight to OpenAI's new hardware division. This schematic traces the timeline of the breach. Apple alleges that a simple server bug allowed a terminated employee to maintain active, unauthorized access to internal systems for weeks after their employment ended. While Apple was allegedly bleeding data from the inside, Rockstar Games faced a completely different kind of breach from the outside. A 17-year-old hacker named Aryan Kurtaj managed to infiltrate the studio developing Grand Theft Auto 6. Kurtaj didn't use a massive server farm or sophisticated cracking tools. He was out on bail for a previous hack and legally banned from using computers. So he bypassed Rockstar's multi-million-dollar security network using an Amazon Fire Stick, a mobile smartphone, and a hotel room television, leaking 90 development videos and causing $5 million in damages. You can build the most expensive digital walls in the world, but they offer zero protection when the real threat is simple human ingenuity or a trusted employee deciding to walk out the front door with your data. Regulators are also forcing these walls open. The European Union recently issued a binding antitrust order against Google under the Digital Markets Act. This diagram illustrates Google's current ecosystem, which reserves deep system-level integration exclusively for its own AI, Gemini. By January 2027, Google is legally required to open 11 key Android OS features, like microphone, camera, and sensor access, to third-party rivals. This means Gemini loses its built-in home field advantage. Competitors like ChatGPT or Claude will now be able to operate with the exact same hardware access on European devices, forcing Google to compete on the actual quality of its AI rather than its control over the phone. We are seeing a similar forced surrender in traditional finance. For over a decade, Wall Street aggressively resisted decentralized finance, treating cryptocurrencies as illegitimate outliers. Now, Morgan Stanley has officially launched digital currency trading on its E-Trade platform. They are opening the gates for 9 million retail users to trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the newer blockchain Solana, all at a competitive 0.5% fee. When consumer demand and regulatory pressure reach a critical mass, even the most entrenched legacy institutions have to surrender their exclusivity and legitimize the very rivals they spent years trying to suppress. There is also a physical ceiling to how large these companies can scale. We saw this at the Starbase Texas facility when SpaceX had to initiate a last-second abort of their Starship 13 test flight. This grid maps the layout of Starship's 33 Raptor engines. To get the massive rocket off the ground, every single one must fire in perfect unison. On Flight 13, 4 of those engines malfunctioned simultaneously, triggering an automatic shutdown and proving that extreme engineering scale creates cascading points of failure. This engineering delay creates a massive business bottleneck. The Starlink V3 internet rollout is physically restricted until the Starship program can achieve consistent reliability. Companies can also hit a ceiling with their own audiences. Ubisoft is currently testing the limits of consumer patience with their upcoming remake, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. They stripped the franchise's iconic hidden blade from direct combat, blaming the time and cost required to animate it. At the same time, reports indicate they are injecting grind-heavy resource systems to push players toward paid microtransactions, directly contradicting the original game's focus on player freedom. Both cases reveal a distinct breaking point: the technical complexity required to manage 33 engines, or the consumer fatigue caused by aggressive monetization, can eventually overwhelm the core mission, turning a symbol of power into a liability. July 17th serves as a historical inflection point, exposing a massive transition in how the tech industry operates. The era where a tech giant could operate in total isolation, dictating terms to its users, hoarding its trade secrets, and effortlessly ignoring competitors, is definitively dead. Strict accountability is now being forced onto these platforms from all sides. Government regulators are breaking open software monopolies. Rogue actors are exposing internal security flaws. Physical physics are delaying massive infrastructure rollouts, and consumers are pushing back against predatory monetization. The technology landscape of the late 2020s won't be defined by the impenetrable fortresses these companies attempt to build. It will be defined by the relentless forces that are successfully tearing those walls down.